up, everyone? Hoping everyone's having an amazing Friday night, and it's that day to kick back, relax, enjoy some streams, enjoy that movies, TV shows, or however you enjoy your Friday nights. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. So we're gonna dive into more Metaverse masterclass on teaching you more stuff on how you can transition your brand into the Metaverse and getting that gaming technology, and as well being able to go ahead and utilize technology to your advantage. So without further ado, tonight's session, we're going to jump right into the VR and showcase some more creations. I'm going to go and start creating some things for y'all so you can see how it is to be able to start creating within the VR version, and you guys could go ahead and start doing this yourselves. If you don't, well, you could always hit us up and we'll go ahead and make worlds for you, for your brand, and teach you on how to go ahead and brand into there. All right, so give me 1 second. Gonna go ahead and turn on the VR. So give me a few seconds here. All right. All right. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and make sure it's on the stream. Give me a few more seconds here. I do appreciate the patience. Let's see if it's showing now. Alright, so it's not showing up. 1 second. Alright, 1 second, stream. 1 second. Had to get a different cord to make this work. Alright, now we are back. Y'all can see everything clear. Let me make sure. It's that extra screen. Alright, so we are here in the VR. As you see, I'm wearing them right now. We got the Oculus MetaQuest, the MetaQuest 3, where it displays augmented reality, and as well it has hand tracking where you can utilize your hands and be able to use the interface in the VR. So as you see, I have my menu bar, and I can move this around. I could go left and right and check it out and move it and place it in specific spots that you want, that makes it comfortable for you. So in tonight's session, we're going to go ahead and jump into Horizon Worlds. But Horizon Worlds, you have to go ahead and utilize the controllers. So here we go. Here's the Meta Horizon Worlds game app platform. Let me know if y'all can hear me clear as well. Just drop in the comments as well. Alright, let me fix all this. Got a lot going on here. Alright, so here we are. This is Meta Horizon Worlds. This is the menu as I spoke with the other night. So we're going to dive into just creating, and then we'll go into world hopping later on throughout the session. Alright, today's session we're just going to go ahead and create. I'm going to go ahead and jump into Mind on Billings verse and just go start creating some stuff so y'all can see me creating what it takes to start adding things that consist of your brand and how you can add branding onto it, and you know how it all works out. How the heck do you go ahead and add your at signs, your description, and so on and so forth. So here is Mind on Billings, the MOB verse officially, and it's almost done. There's a lot of few tweaks I gotta do before it gets published. So get ready for having some fun here, learning some things. There's this area right over here I created, which is all the bar charts. You could go ahead and jump on here, and sooner or later you could collect these coins while jumping on them. And then your goal is to see if you could catch the bull run and land on top of this red bar, and boom, you're good. So yeah, that's that area. Here's where you load up and be able to go ahead and go into the entrance of the building. We have the welcome section here. It says welcome to MOB, a place to learn financial freedom. Format, learn the skills to have more money work for you. Come in and learn from the expert educators. Join our talk sessions live in the verse here. So there's going to be sooner or later some live sessions to be able to speak with everybody. Right over here we have a stage where you can go ahead, and when you step in here into this blue carpet, you grab the mic, and now everybody in this world can hear you because you're inside of this square blue box. Now this blue box, if you get off of it, then the mic will go off, as you see, then no one can hear you throughout the whole world. But if you want the whole world to hear you, just step right into it. So put the mic back. We got our whiteboard right over here, and this whiteboard is to be able to go ahead and write anything that you want. All right, guys, anything that you want. You can create art, you can have lessons on here as well. So let's go ahead and showcase this. So you're gonna grab this right here, this chalkboard, and you can just write around here. Look at that. And let's see, MOB Metaverse. There you go. Excuse the handwriting. I do write a lot better. This is a little bit different here in the Metaverse. So if you want to erase it, you click the erase marker right there and it'll take everything off. Now right over here is the seating. When you go up the stairs, you could go ahead and see this, start growing your income. A little picture frame I added on there, I created. Right over here is the seating. You could sit down on this couch and relax and listen to the speakers. And if you have questions, all you do is grab the question mark and raise it up until they call out your name. That way you could go ahead. And sooner or later, right over here, we have the emojis where once you click that emoji, it'll pop up and then you could either laugh about something, smile, frown, or you're like, just dead space. So you got up to the top of the stairs right here, and you can see very clearly. You can see right over there perfectly. And when we jump right over here, we have the V-books. Soon there's going to be some virtual books that you could be able to go ahead for ebooks, but it's called virtual books. So you can go ahead and own that asset, put it into your world, and you already own some quick, little easy tips and tricks. That way you could own and be able to have it in your own personal world. Now right over here, there's a virtual ATM. And this ATM, sooner or later, you're going to be able to come here and claim your coins that you collect right out here. And when you claim it, you unlock other things. That's another thing that's in the makings. When you go ahead and go into the front desk, each and every square that you see over here, there's literal audio that's going to be played once you step into that circle. So as you're going to see right here,
Ness Velasquez here, and what I'm going to cover is simply what is Forex and binary options. Let's get right into it. There are many types of investment currently circulating the markets, and that is the foreign exchange investments, whether it is traditional Forex or binary options. Now, with this program, we do have a Facebook community group in which we are sharing live sessions with our instructors. Our instructors will teach you how you can analyze the capital markets and utilize analysis tools to position yourself more effectively when it comes to trading in markets. You will learn multiple strategies from qualified instructors here, so do your best to take notes and apply what you are taught. What is Forex? Forex stands for the foreign exchange market. Forex is where you can exchange one currency for another physically or digitally. Since the late 1990s, the Forex market has been open and available for the public to day trade on first-generation net-based broker platforms. This allows the average person to be able to participate as a trader in the foreign exchange market.
all right, and there you have it. That's where you can have different ways to have interaction in your virtual world without you physically being there and having to explain things for people when they're in your world for that specific business and brand or service. So that's a great way where you have automation in the metaverse so that you don't physically have to be there and people could come here, learn about your business, and they will go ahead and straight into your website. As you see, their website's right here is at mineonbillings.pro/ref equals metaverse. So when you click that link, it will take you straight into their website and be able to have some more information or get their service and so all that good stuff. So that's how you go ahead and connect both your business into the metaverse, but using the VR version in Meta Horizon Worlds. All right, so there's more here. Do you see?
Can be traded.
There's more.
Let's talk
Do you
more.
see that? So right over here we have the DJ booth. It's gonna be a quick glimpse so that there's no copyright, but you're gonna see I made a DJ booth where you play some music. Hey, you already know it. That Bad Bunny vibe. Alright, so let me go ahead and click pause so you don't get no copyright on here. Now we have little sections here to sit down and relax, have some drinks and whatnot. Little seating areas here. Now there it is, everything you do now, AI will do it for you. So we're going to go upstairs. You walk up here. We have the little traders section to be able to sit down and conversate with people, have a chill time. Right over here, we have more information, the trader markets, what kind of markets they have in their service. This right here is all the information of different traders and different options to be able to go ahead and trade, of different programs that are available for Minds on Billions. We got the MPC trading, we got the mentorship and systems, we got the PC Trading Club, the SWJ Collective, Gains FX Mentorship, and AFX Mentorship. So there's so much things here, so much value that is being added in the metaverse relating to the business. All right, we have here so people could come in and they could learn what trending is. We have the downtrend and the uptrend. And right over here, we have when to sell high and when to buy low. And right over here, you have consolidation. And it teaches you what consolidation means. And right, my bad. I clicked in my edit mode. So right over here is an example of the trading market that is being shown of what you should be able to trade on, and what kind of website that you should be able to go ahead and use as a broker. So this is an example. And right over here we have, the different sessions that you could be able to trade, the Australian, the London, the New York. There's still more missing, but that's an example. And we got Nes Velasquez's office right over here with all their screens. And we have here his times that he goes live, and I'm actually gotta change this because there's more sessions that he does. And right over here is all the MOB educators, all the educators that are part of MOB, and all their names are up here. And we have the little balcony area where you can go ahead and chill out in the balcony, lay on this couch right here, the outdoor couch, and have a good time with your people. And there's more seating over here. So yeah, that's pretty much it right here in the MOB verse, and this is what I created for them. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do just more creativity here in this world, so y'all can see on how it is. Give me 1 second. My head's a bit bothering me in this headset, so let me change this around. All right, oh, that's so much better. All right. Woo! All right, so when it comes to creating in the metaverse, in Horizon Worlds, it's way different compared to like using a PC. Now, when you come in to the metaverse and start doing this in VR, there's an option to be able to go ahead to the edit mode. And how to access your edit mode, you look at your hands and you see your hand right here has a little controller icon. Not that one, but the one with the analog stick. If you see the little stick man that has a wrench on his hand, that means edit mode. That's where you're going to go and edit. When you press down, you turn into a big 3D person, like 4D basically, and you could go and move around the environment that you have created. See, you could go ahead and move this way, rotate the environment to where you're at. You could put if you use these fingers right here, these trigger fingers, all right, this is where your middle finger is at. When you hold these triggers and you pull yourself away, it makes you zoom in. If you pull yourself close, the remotes, it zooms you out. Zoom in and zoom out. So that's how you go ahead and move and utilize the movements in your world. And like if you're in monkey bars, you could go ahead and hold the middle finger trigger button into one spot, right? I'm holding only one button. As you see, this button, this one's not being pressed. I can move forward and this way. Same thing with the other one. I could do that, move forward in this way. That's how you go ahead and travel while you're in this mode. If you want to get closer, you just monkey bar your way to that specific area. All right. So now in the remotes, as you see here on the right hand, we have the little hand button. This is where you could go ahead and select things. All right. That's what the hand is for. We have the duplicate button. That's to duplicate items, as you see right here. We have the paint section where you could go ahead and paint things. This is your paintbrush. So the color that you choose is going to have that color, and all you do is hover over to an item and you'll change the color. We have the lock position. Now this is very great so that you don't go ahead and move something on accident and you have to reposition it, because that can tend to be very annoying. So, how do you know when an object is already in the lock position? So if you hover over your objects, you'll see a red box. As you see, that means that that is locked in place. So you don't have to worry about that item moving it around. So if you see a yellow box around the object, that means it could be moved around. Now on the left hand controllers, we have that little stick figure. When you press up onto it, you see this little arrow that's being pointed. When you point at the area, that's where you could choose where you want to go ahead and put yourself in real perspective of the game, and then you load up like that. As you see, I'm at the roof of the MOB house. So you hold it and you let go, and there you go. All right. Now we have the undo and redo button, which is left and right. So I'm not gonna press the left one or undo things, but that's how you do it. We have the snippet button. Now this snippet button is very useful for everything that you create. If you want things to be connected evenly and straight, like as you see right here, this is aligned to this corner right here. Now, when you have a box, when you're holding the object, you're gonna have a box that's gonna be all over it, and this little orange dots that are around the object are little points that you can connect the other object that you have and connect it right there, and that's what it's called, the snippet tool. When you take that off, you can freely move the object on however you want. I like it to have it on so that things are aligned perfectly and not just all over the place, all right? But it's good to have it off when you're making like those mountains that are out there in the background of the image, so that things can look, flushed together, unless you want things aligned together, all right? That's what each of these dots are for, all right? Now, how do you go ahead and select objects? How do you place objects in the world? So in your left hand controller, you're gonna press excuse me, you're gonna press the tools bar. Alright, the build mode tools bar. Alright, to be able to do that, you see this button right over here. That button, which is the three lines. When you click that button, this is the menu that you get right here. Now this is the build menu, and we have the shapes, the gizmos, the sounds, and the assets. So the shapes, you're gonna see all the available shapes to use from, and go ahead and utilize it. And it's called primitive shapes, where you could be able to utilize those specific shapes and create whatever you want with it. Now you're limited, so you got to be very creative on how you're gonna put them together. Just like in school, for those that took art class, you get to learn how to put shapes together. There's YouTube videos online as well if you want to learn on how you can manipulate shapes to make it look like something. All right, so to be able to go ahead and add an object to the world, all you're going to do is hover your hand over the object, and you're going to hold the trigger button, which is the index finger. That's the one that I'm showing you right here, this one right here. You hold that index finger and it'll pop right out of the menu bar, and there you have it. Now I got objects that are being spawned into my world. So that's another thing to be able to delete, is when you go ahead and the object is here, you hold it, you got other menus where you can duplicate things, and the delete button is putting the analog stick down and it'll delete the object. Now, when you have an object, there's three dotted lines, those dots. When you click up, you get the properties menu, and a properties menu is different things that you could do to the object, like manipulating it. Like you can make it go invisible or unvisible. You can reflect lighting and shadows from it. You can have it collidable, so if there's a person walking towards this object, they could walk right through it or collide through it. That's what collision is, all right? Now we could have collision layers where you can have it collide to everything, only objects, or only players. Now we have something here called the motions. This is how you could be able to make motions into your object, just like that green candle that keeps moving up and down. That's how you can be able to go ahead and create that. It's called animation. And in animation, you can loop things. This is where you go ahead and record the looping. To be able to do that, you go ahead and click record, you're going to grab these little square boxes that are on the object itself. And when you touch and hold that square object, you can move it up and down, which is on the x-axis. Actually, hold up. The z-axis is the blue one. The x-axis is the red one, and the y-axis is the green one. So when you do that, I moved it a couple times while I was recording, so when I click play, look at what it's doing. It plays out the movements that you have already recorded from the object itself. As you see, look at that. It's moving. Now when I click stop, it'll stop the recording. Now you can have things be consistently moving. You can make it move back and forth. And another thing, if you want things to be moved, you could just hold it and move it to the new spot. Click stop. And you click play. And what's going to happen is going to keep moving just like that. You can have it consistently moving. So you click play and move there and come back to the same spot that it started. It'll move and come back, move and come back. Or you can have it go back and forth for move to that first spot and then move from the second spot back to the first spot. You see? And it'll consistently play. Now another thing is what you can do with objects is that you can go ahead and press play on start. The moment you load into the game, the object will start moving. So you could do that so that you don't have to have scripting on when a player enters the world. You have this and this and this play out, and they will play out on this location. Instead of doing all that hassle, you could just go ahead and just click play on start of the object itself. Now we have the speed mode where you could change the speed of the object as it's moving. Let's put it to 8, and you'll go ahead and click play, and look, it's moving fast. That's insane, alright? Let's keep that out. We're going to go ahead and delete that in a second. We're going to go to attributes. This is where you can physically put the specific position that you want your object to be at, as well the scale. If you don't want to just use this and scale and you like numbers, so you could go ahead and do it here. You can change the textures as well. If you want it to be wood grain, it will look like wood grain through here as well. We have material, and you can make the material roughness harder or a lot softer so it doesn't be so intense, as you see right there. And you can change the color through here by using numbers. Now we have gameplay tags, so you want to tag the object to remember what type of object it is. That way you're very organized throughout your whole entire build, so you don't have to be like, oh, what's this object when you're scripting. And we have the physics. In the physics, you could be able to go ahead and make audio to that specific material. If you want to make it sound like stone, make it sound like wood, make it sound like ceramic, you have those options there. And when we click more, there's more things to be able to add on to here. So you can animate your groups, collide events from, you can who can grab the object. You can attach this specific object onto the avatar. You can have it sticky or anchor it to them. And yeah, that's how you go ahead and get into the properties menu. This right here is to create it as an asset, so you can save it onto your world, so that when you're creating multiple worlds, you don't have to go ahead and create that same object multiple times. Instead, you'll have a library so you could go ahead and utilize it as quickly as possible. All right. So that's how you go ahead and manipulate the objects and mess with the properties. So we have the gizmos. Now the gizmos is where you go ahead and mess with different items. So you can have trigger modes. Now this trigger is when a person or an item enters the world, or when that that specific player goes through that trigger. As you see right here, this green box is a trigger. So whenever that person walks through here, you hear a noise. You hear that? Watch. You get a noise. So it's literally a trigger, so you could trigger anything that you want, anything that your imagination can do with that specific, gizmo. We have the script mode. This is where you could go ahead and script things by making objects move, making like the coins be collected, a whole bunch of things. So if you like scripting, there you have it. We have that text object, so you can have text, as you see the welcome, the sign right there. We have the spawn points. Spawn points are where the players are going to be spawned when the player enters the world. We have doors. Doors are basically these right here. So if you want to showcase other worlds within one world, so people can go ahead and when they're in here and they're done playing in the world that you're in, they could go ahead and try other worlds that you have created or sponsorships that you want to go ahead and collab with others so that you can be like, hey, I love your world. I want people to come to your world from my world. So you go ahead and chat with people and have them add their doors here so they could go ahead and check out that world. Now we have the environment where you can change the environment. You can make things dark. You can put sunlight. You can make it rain. You can make it snow. You can have starlights. A whole lot of different options. We have dynamic lights as well here, so you can change the lighting of specific things. So if you want like a stage light, you can do so right there. We have the trail FX. Now the trail FX is if you want things to have a specific like it wants to add a trail in the behind of that specific object. That's how you do it. And we have particles. We have particles. Sorry guys, I'm scratching my face a lot because my hair is inside my VR, so it's just dropping inside it. So I'm always itchy. So don't mind that. So we have particles here. This is to add little particles to the specific object. Either you can have create smoke onto it. You could create sparkles. You could create fireworks. If you're making a gun, you could create little bullets. Put like shoot outside of the gun. And we have the sound recording. This is how you could go ahead and record sound just like what you just saw, how this person enters this green trigger, the sound will play for that specific sound recording. We have the quest. This is to be able to put quests into the players so that they could go ahead and play around and hey, each player that finds these coins will get a quest completed. And we have right here the world leadership board to be able to go ahead and showcase how much points people have created inside that specific world. We have projectile launchers, so be able to go ahead and projectile anything. Like an example, like I said, with a gun, that's where you add the particles and projectiles together. And we have snap to destination. If you want things to snap into place when players are using it, that's how you add it. And we have raycast. The raycast is literally like if you're aiming at a gun, it will show this little, plus sign that is showing that's where you're aiming, and that's what raycast is. We have the sound gizmo here, and this is all the sorts of presetted sounds for you to be able to go ahead and use and add into your world. Now you can use this or create your own sounds using the recording section, and you could go ahead and create your own sounds. We have the background sounds, and we have music, pre-recorded music that are not copyrighted, and you could go ahead and add it into your world. And lastly, we have assets. So like I said, if you want to create things and be fast at creating, you have your little asset world so that you could go ahead and create something and add it straight into that new world that you're creating. That way you could create a lot faster because, I typically like to start making things from scratch, and sometimes I forget to create assets because I get carried away on creating things from scratch on every world I create. But I do have assets here from all the worlds I have created before, and it's right there for my quick access. Now we have the style mode. The style is to be able to change the color, how you can be able to paint things in your world. We have materials. We can make things look plastic. We can make things look metal. We can make things have glow. We can actually have static lighting so that, let's say you don't want to use the glow and you want to make it look like it's glowing. That's what static is, just like this white background behind this MOB sign. That is on static. It's not on glow. Now you can change the texture. This bar is to make how much of the texture you want it to be resemblance onto that specific texture. And we have all this textures here. We have the coarse chunks. We have right over here the fractured. We have spots. We have wood grain. We have chipped spots. We have waves, like if it's water. We have coral, like if it's the coral reef. Splotches, which is like concrete. Another type of concrete over here, which is sharp angles. We have sand. We got bubbles. We got grass, and we got them wood panels. So this is the section to be able to change the looks of your items. Now we have the asset library. Now this one's amazing because in the asset library, instead of you creating stuff, you can grab whatever's for free here and add it into your world to make it look good. So if you don't want to create some crazy things, well, if you have that asset library that's free and put into the assets. We have more shapes here in the asset world so that you could go ahead and add new shapes. We have interactions, so if you want to create, you're not good at scripting, you can go ahead and use the interactive space to be able to go ahead and add things, and you can manipulate it to your advantage and have it be a whole new entire thing, but it's here for it to be easy for you guys. We have the toys section, you got environment, structures, excuse me, interiors, lighting, food, animals, vehicle, and wearables. So much things that you could be able to add that's for free. Now we have the world section. This world section is where you're going to go ahead and name your world. You could be able to put your thumbnail image onto it. You could add the description of what the game is, the content rating if it's rated for everyone or 18 and older. We have the comfort rating if it's comfortable to be in here or if there's a lot of things going on. That it's letting your players know on what to expect before getting into the world. And we have tags where you can tag it on to see on what kind of game it is. And right over here we have the visible to public. You have the new members only world, so only people who are members of this world can access it, and this can't be changed later. If this world is hidden, it can't be made visible later. So once you click that button, you cannot alter that. So if I were you, I will duplicate the world, so just in case if you didn't like that, well, you have a duplicated world and be able to go ahead and start from scratch. And we have it under beta. You can check mark this that to let people know that, hey, it's published, but it's shown that it's still in development, that there's new things added on. So I'm probably going to go ahead and put that check mark now so that y'all can go ahead and visit with this world. I'm actually might just publish it tonight so y'all can go ahead and check it out. And before I publish that, I'll duplicate the world just in case so that we could add that members only world for all the members that are a part of MLB. They can go ahead and get on here, and it's just for y'all to go ahead and enjoy this. All right, for all the members only. So we have the players section, settings, or how many players can join the world. It's right now showing that's 1. You can change it all to 13, but do know when you change this, how much players that go in the world, it's a capacity. It'll eat up the capacity, and that means you gotta change things around in your world to make it room for 13 people. We have emotes, we have emo audio, can hands collide with physical objects, and hands collide with static objects, custom player movements, if like people have their own type of movement inside their VR from their settings, well, they could do it here. Data changes. I don't know if that was on or off. I don't know if I clicked that on accident. But yeah, we have footsteps volume, how much volume you want it to sound like when somebody's coming close to you, and how much distance it is. And here's the capacity meter where you could be able to see. Now it looks like they added more capacity, so that's awesome because this was maxed out the last time I was in here. So yeah, this is where you can see how much objects that can be inside your world. I'm at 70% objects. We have the simulation and animation where you have the dynamics, the physics, the triggers, the text, the VFX, and players and dynamic lighting as well. I have 47% on there. And geometric complexity is 97. That means you have a lot of different geometric shapes that's creating some other type of things that takes up a lot of space for it to be rendering really well. And we have the sounds complexity, how much sound you have in the world, which I only have 18%. Now here's where you see the quest that you create. This is how you can create it, your leadership board, and their presents variables. And right here is your script console where you could go ahead and stop the world and rewind it, and you click play, and it'll tell you step by step on what's wrong with the world. If there's something wrong with a specific script, you could go ahead and it'll give you the information here, so you could go back and fix it so it could be 0 errors. So that's where you have it. We have the settings menu where you could change your dominant hand, snap to point, grid units and angles, and your comfort zone as well. So those are all the different options in the settings and all that good stuff. So now that I showcased that, we're gonna go ahead, and since we have, what time is it? About 25 minutes left into the stream. We could go ahead and start to world hop if y'all want, unless you guys want me to showcase some me creating stuff. We'll go ahead and do that. Let me see what else I could do in here that I was creating. Now, this section right here is all my scripting section where I go ahead and drop down things so I can come back to it and add into the world. Here's a little bag sign that I started adding. This is a trigger section that I added here that was for free, where when people click it, it turns on and turns off, whatever it is. Right here is actually for collecting the coins. So this is where the bank, clicking that. How much money am I getting? You keep clicking and it keeps moving. So I was thinking of something where y'all can go ahead, and if you don't have money and want to trade, like up here in the trading zone, you can be able to have some money so you could trade in the fake believe trading, so you could learn how to trade, but in the metaverse. All right. So that's what I created and added this right here. So, and then that's there. We have the scripting section where all this script mode for different. Excuse me, my mouth is dry. Give me 1 second. All right. So yeah, this is where you could be able to change the text fonts. You could change it to different colors, different ways of styles. You could have different colors where it's like vibrant and all that good stuff, highlighting it, make it bigger and all that good stuff right here. We have the emojis as here. Now what these numbers are, so if you click number 3, this is what it shows for that specific emoji. And we have the clock here, we have the Seattle, we have the Boulder, we have the CET, and all that good stuff. And these are all different sounds that I chose that I want to add into the world. So I kept it here so I could come back to it and just make sure I'm adding it into the world to that specific thing that I'm creating. To, for an example like this, that's like one sound here, another one there. That could be a sound like you just achieved something. That's another achievement thing. I think I have something here. Oh, there you go. So like you collected the coins, I could make that noise. Or that noise. Or that one. I kind of like that one. Let's go with the first one. That's entering something. Same thing with this. These are enter sounds. That's why I chose that here. So I'm going to take this cash. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is tonight is be able to go ahead and add where to take this coin, open the properties, and we're going to make this as the name coin. So 1 second. Fixing my VR. Coin. Oh yeah, let me check the battery for y'all. Okay, I got full battery today. Alright. Coins. That's what I'm going to name it. I'm going to take... Ooh, take this, bring it close to here, and this close to that. Now you can actually take this properties menu and move it however, take snapping off, and you can move it, tiny or big. So I'm going to make it the same size as the other one, put it side by side. So what I want to do is every time someone steps into this coin and grabs it, it could create that sound. Now let's see how we're going to do that. All right. So now what that goes. We're going to open up the script menu. Go to Gizmos, get the script. I'm going to grab a script. I'm probably going to grab a trigger for sure because it has to be where a player grabs the object. This is the trigger for it to be grabbed. So we're going to put that here. I'm not going to put it together just yet because it's better when you put things together. We're going to put it right next to it for now. Make it the size of that coin. Now, we're going to open up that menu. Keep it to the side. We're going to put coin collector. That's the coin collector script noise trigger, and we're going to open up this menu. Open up this menu. Let's try this out tonight, alright? So, we're going to delete when the world is started. So these are all the different script stuff, right? We have the controllers, events, the update events, events actions, collisions, player events. So we're going to look at the player events, all right? We're going to be, let's see, when trigger is entered by player. No, we're not, the player is not entering the trigger. When it is kind of entering because they're going to walk up to it and they're going to collect it. So let's see, player returns from the, nope. Player becomes AFK. No. When player exits the world. When player enters the world. We're going to keep going. Let's see what's better here. Grab events. When object is grabbed by player. Alright, so I am pretty sure I'm just going to do when player enters the trigger. When trigger is entered by player. Now we're going to go to motions. There's these motions here. So this is like things to happen. So we're not responding to players, setting player speed. No. Gravity. No. Nope. Move player by offset. So much things here. Objects. Set object visibility. Object color. Object trigger. Simulated gravity. Interaction. Force hold. Force release. Set boot. Grab the object. Attachable objects. No. We're going to put play animation. Nope. Play sound. So we're going to put that. We could put transfer ownership of the object to the player. We could do that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do that in another session because that gets a deep dive into that. I just want to make it where when the player passes through the coin, it'll make the sound for tonight's session. We're going to do that. Alright, so when trigger is entered by player, play sound on self. So this is a trigger. So let me go ahead and put this name script is coin sounds. Alright. So here's the coin. The coin right here, we're going to open up the coins and you're going to take the attach script section. You're going to drop down this drop down menu. You're going to look for the coin sound collector. And in this coin sound collector, we need to go and create a variable. So the new variable is going to be a number, boolean, object, player. Should I have made this? Because once this is attached, you're going to have a drop down of different things when you create the variable, and that variable is to be able to make specific, altercations for that, object. So when trigger is entered by player, let me change that. trigger is entered by objects when colliding with objects. Alright, let's put it is collidable. So collidable on non-collidable. We gotta make it collidable to let's not make it collidable. Let's take that off. Not collidable. So we're gonna keep it when another way. A lot of thinking happens when it comes to this, so you want to make it correct. So we're gonna do objects, new objects, set this to vector. No, vector's not a vector. That's just for location. Nope. We'll keep it as an object. So we're gonna go ahead and name the object cell. And play on self. So when trigger is entered by player, play sound on self. So we're gonna go ahead and always click onto here, go to the world setting, pause, and rewind, and play again. And let's go ahead and coin the script here, and the sound is open. So here's the sound. Open up the sound properties, take the sound property thing, add it on there. So let's see now. Click here, pause, rewind, and play again. So it's not making the sound. Let's actually put that in here. Let's go back up here. So let's see when triggers entered by player, play sound on self action object. Alright, so let's make another properties menu. So objects, name that object trigger. Pause, rewind, play. Close that off again. And now we got this object trigger. Take that trigger, add it on there. See if this works. Pause, rewind, play. Now I want to make this right there. Let's see if it works. Put this louder. Alright, see if this works. Nope. So why isn't it playing the sound? Right. It's supposed to make that sound. Let's make it louder. Unless let's try that. Alright, hold on. How did I make it here? You see, integral place on a player. Player. Alright, let's see. When trigger is entered by player, place on self on player. So here's the point. Oh, okay. Hold up. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. All right. Moment of truth. Nope. All right. What's going on here? All right. Let's see. Let's see. So we got the coin. We got the trigger. When this trigger is entered, the coin makes that sound. Okay. Coin probably doesn't have to do, but go ahead to vectors, variables, delete the coin, keep the sound, keep the sound as that. Just keep the money. Alright, let's see if this works. Should. Oh my god. I've done this before, why isn't it working here? Alright, so what I might do What a dummy. All right, here we go. Perfect. So I didn't attach it to that. So boom. Now what I'm gonna do is gonna copy this. It's gonna be the same one. I'm gonna add it to every single coin we have here. That's gonna appear. All right, let's see if this works. Woohoo! All right, so we made it. So that's how you go ahead and add sounds into objects that could be collected. So we're gonna put that. What we're gonna do is group that together, so it'll make the sound on that specific coin that's spinning. Let's see. Hey, let's go. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure all this is grouped so that only the sound works on that coin specifically. And there we go. Oh wait, I want this and that together. That. I like to do that little line together straight up with the script and the sound and the coin all together to know that that script is meant for that. So we're gonna close off all these things. We don't need all this open. All right. Oh, 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 I fell. All right, so it works. Awesome, awesome. That's freaking sick. All right, so right now to end the live stream because it's been already 14 minutes over. We're gonna go ahead and add this door so I could go ahead and maybe publish this so y'all can go ahead and check it out. Let's add the lounge. Let's add right here my world. Should add. Let's delete this. Let's restart it. So grab here, go to gizmos, the door, open it. Let's change it. Alright. Alright, so these ones are here. Boom. Alright. We're gonna add that there. Let's make that aligned center to this. Perfect. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead into the publish mode. We're gonna go ahead and go to the world. And we're gonna go ahead into publish beta. Visible to the public. And now I'm gonna change how many players can show up to the world. We're gonna player capacity. I want it to be I guess 13 is the max. So that's fine. 13 is fine. Not have to be a lot of players. There's a way to be able to go ahead and like um, do some tricks to be able to make more players into it. So you'll do this. You'll click publish. Oh wait. Any content you create or publish to Horizon World becomes part of the Horizon World ecosystem. Stop using Horizon World to delete your account. Other people can still interact with your content. Collaborators who invited to your world can also modify the team. Make changes. Make changes to your content by using Horizon. You grant permission to provide these features. Okay. Let's do this. Let me go ahead and go here. Go this. I'm gonna click the three dot, duplicate world, continue. See the duplicate? Yeah. All right. So we're gonna publish this one now, and then y'all can go ahead and check it out for yourselves. We're gonna click the publish, agree, go back here, throw that over here, and then your world has been published. Boom. All right. So it's published. Let's get out of here. And how do you see that? Well, let's go here. Go to the search bar. Go to MOB. It should be the only one that has MOB. Or no, it's billions, and there it is. Click go here. Alright, we're gonna end this live session right now, right here. So once it loads up, you can see if it's correctly on it. Alright, so it's published. Awesome. Alright, y'all. The world is published. Come check out Mine on Billions. And go ahead and check out all this space. Collect some coins after now. It's on beta, so that you guys go ahead and check it out. Have some fun. There's going to be updates coming in, so stay tuned. So it is in development. So go ahead and enjoy the world. Invite your friends. Go ahead and chat up. Check it out. Learn some free tips and tricks in there. And as well, go ahead into the websites that's available inside there in the desk, in front desk. And go ahead. Awesome. Well, guys, it's a pleasure to be on here again. If you liked this content, please comment, like, and share. And let me know if y'all go ahead and want some more content like this. Let me know in the comments what other things you guys want to learn, especially augmented reality. But like I always say, walk into your reality and let's shape this together. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Stay blessed, guys. Peace.